episode of Thick and Tired. I am Cassidy, and joining me is the beautiful Gia, Leigha, and Curinne. And today we have a really fun episode in store for you. I am dragging my ass a little bit today, girl ladies, because I am in so much pain right now. I have my period so bad, and I'm sitting on a piece of cardboard.
Yep, Flo's a knocking.
For the head flow is
not
here.
welcome this month.
Head flow is here, and she's kicking my ass. So I had my Celsius. I said a Hail Mary. Let's dive right into it. So I was thinking, instead of doing our little Jeopardy facts today, I was doing my makeup this morning, and I don't like how it came out today. My face is looking a little crusty.
I think it looks nice.
Really? Well, look a little harder. But thank you.
Let me put my glasses on.
I was thinking to myself, what is everyone's favorite beauty product? Let's go down the line. I'm going to start and say that I cannot walk into my house without my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. It has been around since I have been in middle school, and I am 30. I will be 37 years old.
So like since the dinosaurs.
So since the Tyrannosaurus Rexes. And it's weird because I've been going to like CVS every time, like I always like restock on it a couple months. They don't have them in CVS anymore, or like Walgreens, or any of the, what do you call it, like the chains. So I have to get it on Amazon.
What?
And
Really?
It comes in and it looks like it's like crap, like the box is crap. And I think they're getting rid of it, and they can't get rid of it because it's the best mascara ever.
I mean, you know, sometimes you just gotta move with the
No,
times.
I'm not. No,
But
I'm not.
I'm noticing that a
nothing
lot
else
of
works.
the stores like that, like CVS, Walgreens, and stuff, don't have as much of the makeup in stock when I go to get it.
But it's like ridiculous. Like everyone's like, "Oh, use the Better Than Sex mascara," or like, but all those big like Dior, like it doesn't work.
It's worth it to do the drugstore mascaras, honestly.
100%.
100.
I don't use
So-
mascara. I have fake lashes.
She doesn't use mascara. Anyway, so L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara, my favorite beauty product. Gia?
Hard question. But honestly, I've been loving the Rare Beauty Concealer. It's such an amazing consistency. It's thick, but it spreads, and it doesn't feel thick. It doesn't feel chunky. I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing Milani. I'm not the biggest fan.
We
It
love
feels chalky. Love it nice and thick, and I'm not tired of it, I'll tell you. But I've been loving the Rare Beauty Concealer. It just blends so beautifully. I just use it everywhere, and I just want to eat it.
Is that Selena Gomez?
That is Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
I also really like her highlighter as well. I just got it, and it reminds me of this old MAC highlighter I've had for about 35 years because I stole it from my mother, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. And I got it in a different color in the Rare Beauty, and it's just beautiful anyways.
Your makeup does always look really pretty.
Thank you.
Because you're young. You got that
Exactly.
youthful
She's like
skin.
20.
you
Yeah.
stupid
My mommy
bitch.
was a makeup artist when I was little.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so she taught me everything she knew. And then I used to go through her little makeup kits.
Yeah.
And I would just go crazy in them. I wouldn't like do it on myself, but I just love staring at the
I
products
could
and the
see that.
packaging.
I could definitely see
You
that.
know, I just like to stare.
Wow.
Speaking of
Yeah.
pretty, Leah, bitch, what's your favorite beauty product?
I really can't live without a cream contour. I used to always do the powders, and it changed like the game when I started
Yeah.
doing the cream contours, because it really, like, if you're gonna shape your face, you have to use a cream contour.
Which one do you use? Because I use powder. I use the how do you say it? Anastasia. What is it?
Anastasia.
I use that chicks, and it's like I can't use powder because I think that's why my face looks a little crusty.
Yeah, I don't actually know the brand. I would have to go home and like look it up.
Let me know.
But it comes in like that little like tin can, and it's just like a stick. On one end it has a little brush, and the other hand it's like you
Yeah.
just smear it on your face wherever you want it, and it's
all
really
right.
great. Yeah,
Let a girl know.
yeah, I'll let
The
you know.
Anastasia has a cream contour. It's very good. I
Yeah,
use
they
it
have
all
the whole
time.
kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta use a cream because I'm using the powder. I'm really not feeling it these days. Corinne Fantalino Polizzi, what's your favorite go-to makeup product?
I have many, but my favorite that I've used for such a long time is the Sunday Riley, the CEO Glow. It's like an oil, and I put on my face every day. And it's
Sam, who works here, told me about Sunday Riley.
Sunday Riley is an amazing brand, and I just love the way my skin feels. And as you get older, you want to make sure that you're always hydrated. Like, make sure you're wearing sunscreen every day now, because otherwise you will wreck your skin when you are older. So
I never wear sunscreen on my
you
face.
really should, because it really helps.
Ever.
Oh my gosh.
I'm actually I'm redoing my Botox on Saturday. I get it like every 4 or 5 months, and I thought I was gonna get pregnant this month, but I didn't. So I
Wait,
told
can
my
you
husband
not
to go.
get Botox? If
You can't get
pregnant?
Botox if you're pregnant.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah,
I did
don't
not know
why.
this.
I
Fun
don't-
fact.
I mean, I guess because like you're putting, my mom's like, you're putting poison in your face, and I'm like, all right, relax.
wow.
This is a foreign
I'm like, I don't want to
body.
look like your husband, so I got to get these wrinkles taken care of.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I want to talk.
Or your father.
Or your well, that's, but when I'm shooting this
understand.
shit with Tara, I gotta be like, listen, this is the jeans that you guys gave me. My 11s right here are hurting. Like, no, goodbye.
Maybe you should get some sunscreen.
Okay.
Get the e.l.f. one, the e.l.f.
Right.
Glow. It's really nice. I like
Yeah.
it. It's also a makeup primer.
A lot of people talk about that
Yeah, it's like a
one.
dupe of the
Yeah.
Super Goop or whatever.
e.l.f.
I
is-
think I really like
e.l.f.
it.
is
Really
pretty good.
affordable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And it's good shit, I heard.
Yeah.
They really stepped it up. Their cream contour is really good. I also use that. You should get the e.l.f. ones.
What is it? Eyes, lips,
Delightful.
face?
Yes.
All right, well, maybe I'll give it a shot when I go to the store later with Scarlett. Oh, wait, no, I'm not, because she's awful in stores. Anyway, so I came across this really funny article online all about wedding icks. And it, inspired me because I thought, yeah, these are icky. And then I thought of my own wedding icks. So I want to read them off one by one. I want to get everyone's opinion on them. Some are a little controversial. Some still happen to this day. Some are like an absolute no, like no one's doing this shit anymore at their weddings. But the first one, I'm sure you all can guess. What is the first wedding ick? When you think of wedding ick, what's the first thing that comes to the mind?
Crickets.
Are you fucking kidding me, guys?
Garter toss.
Yes, Corinne. The garter toss.
Oh. Yeah.
So the garter
Yep.
toss was number one on the list. The whole striptease, the genuine pony song, and then even
gosh.
taking the garter off with the groom taking the garter off with
his
the
teeth?
mouth
Ugh.
and the
Ew.
teeth.
I've
Oh,
never
God.
witnessed that in person.
Yeah.
I have.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
horrible.
I have to.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
It's so uncomfortable. I've seen at weddings where the girl was like physically like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like this is like it's so uncomfortable to watch.
yes.
When she's like no, and they're just like, you have to do it, you have to do it. Like I actually never went up there to like catch it because I was like, I never want to catch it because I didn't really
Because
care
you're like,
about
I
getting
never want
married.
to do that.
Well, yeah, I never
the
wanted
thing.
to. No.
Typically, so
It's so lame.
So what
Sorry,
happens is
people.
the bride tosses the bouquet to
Mm-hmm.
a bachorette. All right. Then the groom goes and takes off the garter
Yeah.
on the bride. You don't
Yeah.
know this, Gia, because you're 5.
Yeah, no.
And then after that, the groom tosses the garter, and the poor bachelorette that caught the bouquet now has to sit down on that chair, and that asshole random guy who caught the garter has to go and place it on her leg. So it's
Ew.
and
Up
this
her
is the
leg,
use-
not
up
on her leg, like literally up on her
leg.
thigh.
Like, welcome to the your
if you're wearing a
gynecologist
pantsuit?
appointment.
And
but
they
you're not
always
wearing underwear.
And they always make it
Lord knows I wouldn't be.
so dramatic
It's
and like
so-
so porny and just
Ew.
it's so bad.
When you
It's
think
just
about it,
it's
it's
so
wild.
It's really terrible.
I gotta say something. That really, later on in this episode, we have some comments to talk about, but it just really gets me because it's like, you wanna watch that pornographic nonsense in front of you, in front of, little
you
Nana.
didn't do that at your wedding, did you?
Hell no.
Oh, I
No,
was like,
she
hold
did
on
not.
a second. Back
No,
up.
but you don't want to be doing that in front of Nana. But then everyone gets all riled up
Feeling
about
that.
it. Meanwhile, you can't have a dress with a plunge, but you can have this man going up, multiple men going up multiple skirts.
Well, that's the
don't
thing.
like
Back
this.
in the
So
day,
bad.
it was like a classic wedding thing, you know?
Classic.
Yes.
And I think that probably in the 2000s it just got super raunchy because everyone was just like a raunchy person then, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
This was happening way. Did I do that at my
No,
wedding?
you didn't do it at your wedding. I
Absolutely
did not
not.
do it at my wedding.
I don't-
No one does it these days
No, it's-
except.
Who?
All right, I have to tell you. And it was funny as hell. So I had a couple, I'm not going to say their names, but and if they are listening to this, they're going to love that I mentioned it. So they wanted to do it. I said to my bride, I'm like, when we were going over her reception timeline, I'm like, I see that you want to do the garter toss. She's like, oh, hell yeah, I want to do that. I'm like, really? So she didn't make the girl that caught her bouquet sit and do it, but she wanted her husband to go and get her garter in front of people. So he was a cutie,
Okay,
ripped,
that's
worked
totally
out.
different.
Before they did it, he ran to the bridal suite and I had to put detachable sleeves on him. He had to change his shirt, and the shirt was detachable sleeves because what they did, they played the Genuine song,
Right.
and the groomsmen came up and they ripped his sleeves off and his arms were showing. It was really, really, really funny, and it
Yeah, but
wasn't
they made it into like a skit.
They made it into a
Yeah.
skit, but
Right.
some people
That's totally different.
yes, it's wild, and
They
it
weren't
makes
subjecting some poor girl to a non-consensual activity.
Oh,
right, but back in the day, when my parents got married 40 years ago, people didn't the grandmas would just be like, yay, get the fuck out of here.
How far can you get her hand
Anyway,
into her vajay?
right? Yeah. Hey, open up one. No, anyway.
Because that was honestly I've been to weddings where that was the joke.
Yeah.
like, because you couldn't see where his hand was.
Right.
It was so, I don't know. It always
I know.
disturbed the shit
It always
out of me.
disturbed me too.
Just totally disturbing.
So that was
I don't
number
like
one on the
that.
wedding ick list. Number two on the wedding ick list kind of is in the same category, and it's all about like dirt. It's like when you think about it, it's kind of dirty. What do you guys feel about at your bridal shower receiving lingerie and it being like a thing, like your mom buying you lingerie or like your grandma buying you special panties?
Yeah, my mom did. And I was like, I didn't expect it. I didn't know that that was a thing. So when I opened like my little gift from my mom and I pulled out like a little lace teddy, I was like, what is this? Take this back.
Yeah.
It was very uncomfortable. And then my mother-in-law got me like a little makeup bag that said same penis forever. Yeah. And I was very uncomfortable. And I was like opening this gift in front of like friends and family. And I was like, oh, yes, I do have your son's penis forever.
Isn't that like when you think about it, like people
I have no thought.
like wedding night is the night that you're supposed to, you know, get. First of all, I fucking didn't. I went home. I ate wedding cake with my hands. I made Rob take my extensions off. I said, "Fuck off." We'll both
Wait,
went
your
to bed.
wedding night?
Yeah.
Oh, I slept in my bra, and little Sam slept in the bed with me, and
Yeah,
Paul
no.
was drunk downstairs by the bar.
No.
Like, there was no shenanigans happening that night.
Justin was
shenanigans.
asleep. He was asleep before I even got back
No.
to the room.
What a
I think.
joke, the
I was
wedding
still
night.
taking the
Okay.
extensions out.
For hours.
Literally,
Yeah.
I ate wedding cake with my hands, like with my full, and then I just like, we're going to bed. Good night.
That's awesome.
I couldn't really go to sleep. I was just scrolling through Instagram, seeing all the amazing photos from the night out. But like, yeah,
Going through the
buying
hashtag.
lingerie or receiving lingerie from your bridal shower is like an ancient. It's like
I
an
didn't get
old
any of
tradition.
that,
I didn't get any of
fine.
that either.
But I was plus size, so who was buying me lingerie?
Where the hell we get that plus size lingerie from?
Can I say though?
3 yards of lace, Corinne.
Can I say
Throw
though?
this around your body.
I've used the lingerie that my mom got me, but like just as like a little nightgown because it's like a little teddy.
Oh, alright,
so
that's
I like brought it on the honeymoon and I slept in it most nights.
Yeah.
But I didn't put it on for his enjoyment
No.
and pleasure. Like that'd be weird.
Like, what would you like? So you're younger. So you know what's
Youngster.
good about this podcast? Like, different
different-
generations
yeah,
of
different-
females
We're
sitting
all
here.
over the
You know what I
place.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
we're literally every single
Everyone has a
generation.
different generation.
Different like
time
steps
frame.
of life. I
Yeah.
feel like all of us.
You know,
Phases.
So I feel like, Gia, how old are you?
I'm turning 25 at the end of May.
So I feel like in the next 4 years or so, or like I feel like all your friends will be engaged and like like starting that
Yeah.
that bullshit.
Oh yeah.
How would you feel if it was your bridal shower and you opened up like crotchless panties from your mother
Honestly,
from Cat?
I almost can see her doing that.
I was gonna say.
Because she is a little bit nuts like me, but I feel, and she knows that it would make me feel so uncomfortable that she would love that gag of it.
Yeah.
She would love to make me feel uncomfortable. Like, she loves to say things, be weird. I'm like, I don't like,
Yeah.
I don't
She
know,
wants
but
you to feel like uncomfortable. She gets a kick out of
yeah,
it.
she loves it. But I feel like I would almost play, like knowing me, I would probably, like, put it on over
Yeah.
my clothes.
The day and just wear
Because
it.
I'm just strange, you know what I mean? I'd be like, whatever, I guess
Or
at the end of the night, this is what it's about. But
You can wear it to the theater show murder mystery dinner wedding.
yeah, I'm just gonna show it to my murder mystery theater show. It's actually when I die. It's just gonna be me in lingerie on the dance floor instead.
Murder on the dance
But I
floor.
see a
Watch
lot
our
of
last
girls for their
podcast.
bachelorette parties. They'll like have their girls like bring lingerie sets, and I'm like, yeah, sure. Like I would totally do that for my girls at the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Not in front of my great aunt Barbara.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Another wedding
I
day.
know what
ick.
you mean.
I actually thought about this ick myself, and I hate it. And this is gonna be controversial, and I hear it all the time. I hear it every
Oh.
day. I still hear it today. Ready, everyone? Today, I marry my best friend. Shut the fuck up, because he, she, they, them, they're not your
terrible.
best friend. Okay, they're your soulmate, the love of your life, not your fucking best friend. Me and my best friend Steph talk about this all the time. Like, when people say that, it just, no, you did, like, Steph, I didn't marry you. I married Rob. Like, Rob, I love him. We're very close, fine. He ain't my best friend, okay? So when people say that, it kind of cringes me. Leah, you're looking at me. I hope you did not say that about Justin, because I do apologize.
Well, I genuinely do feel like he's my best friend.
She's done.
I mean, he could be your best friend. Like, you guys are...
I have friend groups. I have
Yeah.
close friends, but like the person that I want to tell everything to and talk to every day and like come home to it's Justin. He's my best friend. My
okay.
friends I could go weeks without talking to. I can't go a
Okay.
day without talking to Justin.
See, I could go a few days without talking.
Same. Like, can I just say something?
kidding, I
In
love you
Leah's
so much.
respect, in her defense, they're still new.
Yeah.
She's not been with him for 20 years where she's like, I need a break.
Yeah.
You need to go on vacation with your friends and I need to like, but you can definitely be like, there's lots of girls that is their, that's their
Yeah,
go-to.
I know it
So-
is, and I know I get a lot
can't
of
hate
comments from this.
completely.
Some of my brides might be like, "Go fuck yourself, Cass. You're fired."
Yeah,
but
I mean,
like,
they
I
might
don't
be
know.
like-
I think it's a valid opinion.
And I feel like it also depends on the origin story of the love.
I think there's certain things that you can't, discuss with your partner that you can with your friend.
You know, me and one of my other best friends, Lisa, say all the time, like, maybe our lives would be easier if we were lesbians because, like, females just get it. Like, they're more emotional. They get it, you know? I don't know. Like,
Well, I don't know. Sometimes because I almost feel like if I were to take your two thoughts, it's like when you're romantically with someone, I feel like there are parts that no matter who they are, whatever, it's like you don't want them to see that. Like, I watch a lot of Grey's Anatomy these days. And so a lot of these couples, no matter, whoever their couple is, whether they're best friends for a year, whether they're new, regardless of the situation, they're like, I don't want to see you with my abdomen, like, with, looking disgusting and, like, infected. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there are certain things that you want to keep from whatever
There's
your
some
romantic
things that
partner
should
is.
be kept a little mysterious.
Yeah, and then like your best friend, you're like, oh my God, I just lost my toes eaten by a rat on the street. You don't want to tell your romantic partner that because how are you gonna?
Maybe you are watching too much Grey's Anatomy.
So much, it's so
babe,
bad.
I'm gonna be late tonight. Anyway,
A rat
Regardless,
ate my toe.
The point is somewhere in there, and if you listen enough, you might be able to find it.
this goes, okay, so this is another wedding day ick that actually this line made me think about this other line because I'm at weddings like every other weekend. It's usually the maid of honor or the matron of honor, but when they get up there and they
Oh,
start
for
the
the speech.
speech. Wait.
I hate speeches.
Wait.
Sorry.
For those of you who don't know me,
Get out.
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That we know you. We're gonna know you, or we're gonna know, oh yeah, that's the bride's sister, or that's the bride's best friend. When they say that, I'm just like, automatically, and I love, like, I get very close to my couples, and usually the people, I like the speech part of it, because I like to hear, like, it's if it's a good speech and it's funny, like, it's nice. And then, but once I hear that line, like, my brain automatically shuts off. I'm done.
Can I ask you a professional question?
Yeah.
Do you stand in the background like J-Lo with and then feed them their lines?
No.
Why?
That'd be awesome.
That'd
No,
be
I
awesome.
sit there and I kind of just like stare at them, just like, okay, what's going on?
Do
here?
they ask you like, I need help with my speeches or anything like that?
I've had some people say, can you read over my speech or can you give me some like pointers and stuff like that?
Right.
And what I always say is keep it short and sweet. If you want to throw an inside joke in or two, that's fine. But
Yeah.
don't make it long. Back in the day,
The speeches are
it
horrible.
wasn't even called a speech. It was a toast.
Yeah.
And it was, Gia, I love you so much. I'm so happy that you found the love of your life.
Right.
Everybody, please raise a glass for the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Done. Now it's like, I remember.
It's like when they come up with the
Yeah.
4 pages
Yeah.
of, I'm like, nope, I gotta go. What,
I
what's
hate
that?
speeches.
Please. Anyone else have to
playing
pee?
Polly Pockets with you in 3rd grade on your mother's dirty rug in the basement, and we felt like, we're good. Shut the fuck up.
So Justin and I, for our wedding, anyone who was supposed to give a speech, we were like, it has to be 2 minutes or less. Like, that's it. And I told my parents, no speeches.
Yeah.
Nothing. Because we went to a wedding once where the entire affair was just speech after speech after, and I'm not exaggerating. Like,
Yeah.
no one got to dance or anything because everyone was just getting up there.
Yeah.
And it almost made other people feel obligated, like, oh, maybe I should go up and give a speech. So then there's other people who are just like, hi, my name is blah, 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 and I just wanted to come up here and say I love this couple, and then, like, on a whim, just, like, going on for, like, 5 minutes.
I mean, that's
We're here
pretty
for a
was
wedding, not a
horrible.
conference.
Yeah,
It was
we're here for
horrible.
you.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Like,
Yeah.
let's get to dancing.
And I feel like a lot of people want to use that moment. They're like, oh my gosh, maybe it'll be really funny enough. Someone will film it, and then like I'll be like that viral bridesmaid on TikTok.
It's a party. People are coming for
Exactly.
the party.
I'm here to
They're
dance,
not
I'm here to
coming
drink.
for
Like, I
don't care what you have to
10-minute long
say.
speeches. I'm sorry, no. Pass. I don't like it. I don't.
Corinne, do you have? I have a bunch more wedding day icks, but I want to see if you guys have any other any comments, or do you have like something that like pops into your mind?
My ick is the colors with the fucking groomsmen things. Like, why are you matching the colors to the dress? I'm not into that.
Like, what do you mean?
Like prom, it's too prommy.
Like the ties matching the dresses?
Like who's using like cummerbunds and stuff like that anymore? Like that stuff, I just feel
love
like
a good
is
cummerbund.
really.
I think it's just
I like
so
a vest. I
sharp.
think it's cool.
Is a cummerbund the
Or,
thing
like,
that goes around your
suspenders.
waist, like
That's
a
what,
little?
Yeah, but like if they have like where they're like, oh, like they come in, they're like, oh, I want to match my groomsmen to.
But wait,
I
so
just don't love it. I
you
don't like the way it looks.
You don't like when the groomsmen wear all the same. I don't get what you're trying to say.
They wear all the same, so like pick something. Like I don't know, like either they're gonna wear gray or they're gonna wear like. I just don't like when they're matching with the bridesmaids. Like if you're bridesmaids, give me a color, like a
Lavender.
Lavender, and now you just made them all wear lavender, cummerbunds and like I'm just like, why do
yes.
something like I'm just like it's so promy.
Do they not typically do that?
Well, a lot of people do, but
Yeah,
I don't like. I
2005,
don't
that
love
was a
it. Like
very-
I was like, I just wanted my guys to look sleek. They wore black and that with a white shirt, black
can't
tie.
go
Like
wrong
that
with
was it.
black.
I was like done.
Yeah.
You know what's Justin when he wore something about the dress whites, right? Like, oh, it's so handsome.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
Military.
I know
Like, you
it's- I
can't-
know
that's
it
like
is, but,
a,
like, it's just
that's
so
not like a
sharp.
fashion.
I love when a man is in all white for the wedding. I think
Yeah,
like it
that's
too.
different.
It's something
That's
really-
not like what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're talking about like
Well,
the matching.
it's like
match.
I'll tell you
Calming.
why we had to do that because originally I didn't want him to wear all white, but then he really wanted to have the army blues for the wedding day, and
Yeah.
like he just wanted to incorporate the army somehow, and I was like, okay, I respect that. So
Right.
then he gave me a couple options, and he said he can either do the normal army dress blues, which is like a bunch of different colors. It's like black with maroon, then navy blue, and then the yellow, the gold stripe. And I was like, absolutely not. This is too much. Like it's too much in one uniform. I was like, if you're gonna do the uniform, it has to be all white and sleek because I can't do all of these atrocious colors mixed together in one.
Yeah. I get
Sorry.
that. All right, I get
Yeah.
it. Do you have a wedding day ick that comes to your mind, Leah, or are you just like shut the fuck up, Cass? Everybody's beautiful and different in their own way.
I don't know. I feel like I'm more like a devil's advocate because I get it why people want to do certain things or why
Yeah.
people think, everyone has their own traditions and like
Yeah.
their own wedding day dreams. So I don't know.
And I'm just there to shit on all of it. So.
Well, I think you see it day to day more than I do.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I just talk to the brides when they're getting their dresses, but
Right.
you see it every day, like at the wedding.
Yeah.
And so I haven't been to that many weddings yet that I have an ick when I arrive and I'm like, oh God, they're doing
Right,
this, you know?
Yeah.
You know, of course I have a couple, because considering I'm having a murder mystery dinner theater show wedding, which I think it is an ick in itself, but we'll glaze over that. I feel like there's a lot of things people do. I feel like this isn't like a decorative problem or
Yeah.
a planning problem. This is just more of an etiquette problem.
Yeah.
People, it's your wedding day. You're getting married, and now people are ambushing you. So when are we having kids? Are we trying for kids? When are kids happening next? Hold on.
Yes.
Like, why?
You're like hot off the presses at that point.
Yeah.
It happens
yeah.
immediately. It
Which is
happens immediately.
Crazy. Like,
First off,
you don't need to know what's going on in my body.
not
And
not
why do you
even
want me to
that.
Be going at it like a rabid animal. You know what I mean?
Right. It's icky for two reasons. Number one, like people know that you guys are gonna be banging. You guys are husband and wife. Like, okay, but that's like whatever. Number two, what if like you can't have children and you already
I
know
know.
that?
That's
And
bothers me.
Exactly
It's-
what beats
yeah.
me up.
yeah. And you said it happens like it happens to
Oh
you
my
all the
God,
time.
immediately. It was like the day after. And we were like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and most people know us. Like, if you know us well, you know not to ask that question because we are not looking for kids at all anytime soon.
You're in your travel era.
We are. But so the people who don't know us, and even on our honeymoon, we would meet people and we were meeting other people who were also on their honeymoon. They're like, yeah, we're trying for a baby now. And I'm like, what? But
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
And it's also like you don't know people's past. You don't know their reproductive
Right.
health status.
Right, exactly.
Or even if they want kids. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's not your business.
Yeah, just enjoy the wedding.
Get out of my vagine.
I had the opposite problem
know?
of that because
Really?
me and Paul had Gianna before we were married, and we didn't get married until 16 years later. So literally every family function was like, "When are you guys getting married? When are you guys getting married?"
Interesting.
You guys do everything backwards. You guys do everything
my God.
opposite. You started with the baby, then you got the house. When are you
That
getting
would
married?
piss me off.
And we didn't get the house until Gianna was like 7 years old, 8 years old. So
Interesting.
yeah,
take
and
on
then we
that.
like broke up for a minute in the middle. So then it was like, we were just throwing people for loops all over the place.
What did you say to that? Like, were we like, oh yeah, we're gonna?
I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I really never had like a good answer for it. I was just like, I don't know. I'm like, it's just a piece of paper. That's what I used to say.
What made you decide to just do it all of a sudden?
I had like a couple of like personal reasons. Like I was waiting for certain things to happen in my life, like personally, professionally. But a big thing was the dress gave me anxiety. I didn't want to try on dresses. Everybody knows that part of the story.
Right.
And I don't know. We were like Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Like we're just living our life. Like, we didn't have to be married like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, it was just a piece of paper. Like, I loved him, he loved me. That was it. Like, I didn't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I need to have this big wedding to like profess my love to him. I just
Right.
didn't care about it. It just wasn't, and then it just, I don't know.
And then you just wanted a big party to wear two
Then I was
dresses
just
too.
like, yeah, screw it. Might as well just get a big
And I feel
party
like you
and
already
have a
had
big
the
dress.
commitment of the century.
Yeah,
of
once I
trying.
got
Yeah,
the
you have a
once I got the
commitment.
shop, and then other things, like I said, personally had happened in my life, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time.
Well,
and
your
that
wedding was
it.
beautiful and amazing, and you wore two dresses, which was fabulous.
Yeah, it was good. It's good.
Speaking of your wedding, I know me and you were talking last week about like fashion fiascos and
God,
frenzies the
there's so
day
many
of.
tacky
Didn't you
things.
get your period on your
I
wedding
did.
day?
I
Oh,
did
no.
that morning. So I had, I remember I had like these gorgeous shoes that I had gotten, and I got so swollen that I couldn't even wear my shoes the day of my wedding. So that in turn, by the way, affected everything, because then as I'm walking down the aisle, my hem was done to my shoe, which was like 2.5 inches maybe. And now I'm wearing ballerina flats. Thank God I brought them. I don't even know why I did. I just was like, oh,
Imagine
just
if you
bring these
didn't.
cute.
You
Yeah,
would've been
I would have had
miserable.
no shoes. And yeah, I kept tripping over the front of my dress going down the aisle, but
That's a fiasco.
whatever.
in
I wore my
itself.
granny panties and just called it a day. I remember my cousin, when we were switching, she was taking off my dress. And I was like, don't mind my underwear, I have my period. I was like, these are not my perfect bridal underpants.
Yeah, your bridal panties. When brides get their period the day of the wedding, it's brutal. I actually had one bride that said she took a pill so that she didn't get it.
Yeah.
Well, you can do that.
do
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
switch it up.
I had my period, but I did try. I skipped my pill.
Yeah.
So I skipped a month because I was really trying to line it up with the honeymoon. Because if I had my period on my honeymoon, I was going to be absolutely livid. And so I had to skip a couple months. I think I skipped 3 months with the pill.
So interesting.
But then you get breakthrough bleeding. And of course, with all the stress of the wedding day, I had a lot of breakthrough bleeding that day. And I remember getting my makeup done, and I was like, my white pajamas are going to be red soon. So, and then every time I tried to go to the bathroom to change my
Yeah,
tampon,
how did you do that?
everyone was like banging on the door, like,
dress.
oh my God, are you like, we need you to do this, we need you to do that. I'm like, can I put a tampon in my vagina, please? Because I need 2 seconds.
How do you do that with the dress? Did you just take it off?
Yeah, well, every time I changed dresses too, but every time I had to go to the bathroom, like
That's
I took
brutal.
the dress completely off.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was fully naked.
Yeah, well, I guess when you have like a mermaid.
I didn't even
dress,
have underwear on. I had a tampon in, and that was it. Yeah,
That
I
is
was
so
going rogue.
Wow, you were
You were
free
just-
balling.
I was.
Yeah, your
Free
string
balling
was
on the
just
way
Well,
down.
flying
because
in
I
the
was like,
breeze.
it's breakthrough bleeding, so it could just be like, I don't know, it could be a couple spots here, but it ended up being really heavy. But
Oh my gosh.
whatever, I had a tampon in.
Wow.
So what? I had a couple
First off-
layers to my dress.
Yeah. I've had some brides actually got their period. I've had bridesmaids bleed through their dresses on wedding day, and they
my
would have to take
God.
it off. I would put a pair of gloves on and just scrub that shit right out. Like you
my
have to do what you have to
God.
do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, other fashion fiascos and frenzies. Corinne, I know you had a list of some things that you were looking at the other day.
Yeah, I have like a few things that I'm like, I'm always like, this is so tacky. Like, why are you
Yeah.
like doing this? The bra thing is a big issue on the day of the wedding. I'm like, if you have any kind of illusion and your bra is showing, like, I don't want to hear it. It's your wedding day. You shouldn't be wearing a full bra.
Yeah. So if you're nothing
Yeah,
worse.
so yeah, there's nothing worse than your bra strap showing. And again, like, you should not be wearing a regular bra that you wear every day on the day of your wedding. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
Go get one specially made that's not showing. If you have to wear a bra, like, I get it. Girls have all different sizes. But there's so many like things at our fingertips right now that you should be able to
And that
not
should
have
be
your bra
like
showing.
ironed out during the alteration process. Like you have to go in with a game plan. Like the day of your wedding, you just can't be like, you know, I'm just gonna wear a strapless bra. I'm just gonna wear this kind of bra instead. Like
Yeah.
you can't do that.
Yeah, we are very honest with people when they come in. You cannot wear a regular bra because girls will be like, "I want to wear a bra." You cannot.
No.
you
Yeah.
cannot wear a regular bra on your wedding day. These are not dresses that you grabbed from Torrid.
And why would
Like
you
this
want
is a
to wear
wedding,
a bra?
a designer dress.
Yeah. Why
Because
would- it's
because
couture.
it's comfort. It's they feel like they're not gonna be like
Popping out.
like in their like they're not going to be like
Right.
secure, so I need to wear a bra, but you can't. These, you know, you just can't.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you got to let it go,
Especially if
man.
you have
gotta let
big
it
ass
go.
yitties, you want to get those. I
Yeah.
understand, like you just want to wear like your emotional support bra, but sorry. You're wearing
Honestly,
a
we all
couture
have
wedding
one of
gown
those.
that cost over $2,000 that
Yeah.
came from Italy. Like you ain't wearing your
Like,
danky
stop.
ass Target bra
It's
from
one day.
2010.
Take those top
Honestly,
off.
Target has great bras.
Yeah.
They're really comfortable.
I don't really wear
That's my
Target
comfort
bras.
bra.
I know where. I
But
can't
it's
forget
hard.
your Target bras.
They're
I'm like,
so
is that like a
disorganized, but
thing?
that's a side
Yeah.
note.
Yeah.
all right, Gia, you and your Target tits. Anyway,
I say?
The thong is another one.
oh,
Not a-
have
not
you
a
ever
lover of
seen
it.
that? No, it's like
Well, so you have illusion cutouts on the side of your dress.
Yeah.
And then we see your underwear line.
Right.
Like, seriously?
yeah, like
what-
okay, Maddie, this isn't fucking.
Yeah, I don't know. At
Euphoria.
that point, you got to go with nothing then.
I was
use,
butt-ass
I
naked
don't know.
on my wedding day.
I was-
Yeah.
I had those cutouts on the side, and I couldn't wear anything.
Yeah, you can't. Like,
I
it's
was-
tacky.
butt ass naked
Do you
on
not
my
see
wedding
it?
day too. I had a bride, and love this bride. Again, not going to say her name. She got dressed beautiful. She was a gorgeous, gorgeous girl. She was beautiful. Her mom was like the funniest, like old school Italian mother. She comes in, the photographers are outside. She's like, Cassidy, I just got a dress. You got to get in there. You could see her fucking G-string. She was so annoyed. I walk in, and you could see her stark white G-string. And the thing is, her dress was like painted on her, and like the time was ticking. We had to go to the church, so I was like, I got to cut you out of this. You got scissors? I had to cut her out of her G-string in her wedding dress, and it was fine. It worked out, and we like whipped it off of her. She got a little burn right there, but you can't like just go. You might have to just go commando on your wedding day. I went commando. I had no bra on. I had no underwear on. I didn't have to. Tatiana did a great job.
I had no bra
The yits
on.
were
Well, I
yittying
taped.
that day.
My cousin taped me.
Oh yeah, Jessica's
Fabulous.
good at taping those
Yeah,
titties.
she's a magician.
So then, genuine question. You have those cutouts on the side, but you're like, oh my gosh, I have to wear shapewear.
You can't.
No.
You can't.
And,
Yeah.
and like you,
Right?
That's
Then
something
you
we
should
point
not
out
have
to
picked a dress
brides.
with cutouts on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bottom line.
We have to point that out to brides too. Like if they're looking at a dress that has the cutouts, like I have to let them know you can't do shapewear with this.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is. So if you don't like the way your body looks now, then this is not your dress.
Yeah.
And you need to be honest with yourself too. Like when there's dresses that you're like, I love this, but I need to wear the shapewear, like you said, and you can't do it. Like you need to come to terms with the fact that okay, this isn't my dress.
Right.
Like you need to keep it moving.
and that's it.
Because if you're like, there's girls that come in here and they're like, I have to wear Spanx, and I'm like, all right, I get it, but
Yeah.
you got to get a dress that you're able to wear Spanx.
I'm cranky today. Can you guys tell? Is my aura off?
No.
Tell Ann Flo she's not welcome at this podcast.
I feel like my aura is way off today.
Auntie Flo is not invited to
I feel like the aura is not
but
auring.
yours.
I'm usually like, but like today I'm just like,
We should go get our auras read.
Oh.
Like on those little hand pads. Anyways,
Oh my god.
we should have a crystal bitch come in. And
Yeah, I wanna do
our-
that, actually.
on the podcast.
Yeah, let's do that.
And like read our chat.
Yeah, let's do that. That's fascinating. Who would want to see that out there in
Let us know.
podcast land?
Well, everybody, Corinne, was.
They're probably like, what do I want to hear your stupid reading for?
they're like, get me mine.
Exactly.
I have a fashion fiasco that I want to talk about, and actually, one of my best friends, Anne-Marie, got married like 9 years ago, and I was her wedding party, and she really wanted to wear a black wedding dress, and I gave her so much shit for it. I was like, and this is and people are gonna be like, no, like everyone can
Yeah,
wear whatever
let her wear what
she
she
wants,
wants
but
to
I,
wear.
What's the beef with the black
We're
dress?
coming at you.
I didn't want her to wear a black wedding dress on her wedding day. I
Was she
just
actually
like,
a virgin? Is that why?
no,
I doubt it.
no, and like she's, I love Anne-Marie to death, and she used to she's like wearing this and wearing that, and she would send me. But keep in mind, this was like 9 years ago, and I think that was like unheard of back then. Wearing any kind of color in your wedding dress, and I mean, really was hard on her
that's not
about
true
it.
because they used to have years ago like adding pops of red. Like a red sash, you had a red in your veil, you had red lace. Like, I never understood the red. I've always hated it. I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. If you had a red pop of something on your dress, I do apologize. I just think it's
I don't
so
apologize.
tacky.
Do you remember?
I don't like the red. Wait, the scarlet, do that. That's beautiful.
It's a fully red dress.
But I'm not into the red lace on the white.
Do
I don't
you
like it.
remember the show on TLC? And I think I talked about this last time. The show on TLC, what's that show?
Four
on TLC?
Weddings?
Oh,
No, 3. Was it 4 weddings?
Yeah, it was,
Yeah.
4. Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
4
four
weddings.
weddings,
just
and they
watching it
all went to
recently.
each other's weddings.
And it was back in
Oh,
like
I
did
do
watch
remember
that show.
and it
this.
was back
That was
in
a
like
great
the
show, actually.
2000s, where like
Yes.
that was
Yeah.
where it was a wedding, like a white dress with like any color fucking, like they would do a canary yellow, and it would
Oh,
match
those
the
weird belts.
bridesmaids. Yes.
By the way, if
Yes.
you want us to come to your wedding and just totally judge you, we'll do it.
We would love that.
And then
then
we'll
we'll
put
give
it
you a
on the
scorecard
podcast.
after.
If you want the Kirby Godmothers and friends to come to your wedding, let us know.
CGM and friends.
We will vlog
you imagine?
it. When I was on Say Yes to the Dress, they wanted to come film my wedding, and Rob said no.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why would he say no?
And he said, he's like, it's not a spectacle. And my mom was even like, no,
Oh.
you're not doing it too. I'm like,
It is a
"Let's do
spectacle."
I'm like, it's showtime, baby. I'm like, come on down.
I know,
But,
that's so you.
It's so me, but it's not.
It's not Rob.
Rob
Yeah.
is the complete. My mom, and my mom too. So when I was on Say Yes to the Dress, I brought. Speaking of TLC. Speaking of me, so when I was on TLC, I brought my mom, my grandma, and my sister Caitlin. So my maid of honor grandma, because I thought to myself, everybody loves old people, and they loved it. And then my mom hates like you would have never thought I came out of her vagina. Hates any kind of attention. When the show came on, we were watching at my house. We were like a viewing party. I looked over and my mom was like holding my dad's hand shaking.
Aww.
And I was like, oh my God, Mom. I'm like, are you okay? Meanwhile, I'm like ready. I'm sitting there.
You're like, where's my Oscar?
I'm like, if you want me to sign autographs to like my little sisters, she freaked the fuck out about it.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
It was crazy, but yeah, they wanted to come film my wedding, and Rob was like really adamant about not doing it. I'm like, but it wouldn't be the whole time, and like we would get footage of our wedding. He's like, no, he's like, this isn't spectacle, Cassidy. And my mom's like, it's a sacrament. You get married in a church. I'm like, oh God.
As long as your areolas.
Anyway, as long as it's our Anyway, so fuck those red wedding dresses. In conclusion, comments on Instagram, Curinne.
Yeah, speaking of
Speaking
putting
of
your tits
Corinne.
away.
Oh yeah,
speaking
they're
of
so good this
areolas,
week. They're so good this week. The comments.
Your tit tat
Really good.
made the
Apparently,
gram.
they can't stop talking about my boobs.
Yeah.
Which means I must be doing something right because
They
they
love
must be
her
fabulous.
Before we get into this, Corinne, tell us about the tattoo on your titties.
Oh, it's a moon. I got it. It was my first tattoo.
How old were you?
I don't know, 19 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
I
it
I
hurt?
know the
got it
story
like
of the
right
tattoo.
after. There really isn't a story. I don't even remember the girl's name that I went with. She was my manager at one of the stores that I worked with, and I was like,
Your
"Yeah, I want to
manager?
get a tattoo." And I was young. I think I was like 18.
Yeah.
It was like right after my birthday.
Right on your gits?
And I was just like, I want to get a tattoo. And I remember the guy, when he was tattooing my boob, he was like, you have really nice breasts. And he was like, your skin is perfect for tattooing. And I was like,
That would have
you're
been
adorable.
on a News 12 story. Erin Colton. That would have been on News 12.
Oh my god. Yeah, how'd you decide on the breast placement?
Yeah.
You know what? I was young, and I was just like, this seems like a really good spot. And
Do you
I was
regret
kind of
it?
like, no, I don't regret it. Like, I got it. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't regret it.
Well, you were
I
wearing.
picked it up off the wall. Oh, I picked it up. I picked it off of a. I was like, I wanted a moon, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. But I have to say, some people sometimes think it's a C, so I don't know.
Let me see. Can I see it?
Yeah, show the class.
Show the class. There you go.
Oh, it's like a little. Wait, go down a little.
It's a moon and it has a cloud, and the cloud goes through it like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice. I think it's cute.
it's cute. I have 3.
Do you? Oh wait, yeah.
I
it's
have
on your
the
wrist.
moon, the butterfly, but nobody says that because nobody sees those.
sees
I don't know if
And
I've
the-
ever seen it.
And what, my butterfly?
Yeah, I feel like
It's on
neither
my
have
back.
I.
It's under my
seen
shirt.
it.
Oh, I
And
guess
then
I have
my,
when I'm
grasshopper
zipping you up.
tattoo. Grasshopper is the butterfly again. Like I was just like, I wanted a butterfly. Like that's what I wanted. Very cliche.
Yeah, me and my
girly.
butterflies too, yeah.
young. And then the grasshopper one was just my dad's nickname for me when I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just got that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, and a lot of the dresses you put on and we
Yeah,
put on Instagram.
it draws attention to my movie.
Whenever it's a sweetheart or a plunge, they come for it.
So what was the comment that someone said something about Corinne's tit tat?
Short and sweet. So this one we were like, choose my ball gown or whatever it was. 3, it covers your tit tattoo the best, period.
I love how she said tit tattoo though.
Your tit tat. You know, which brings us to a good topic I think that we
Yeah.
should talk about. I feel like girls get a lot of shit that they have to cover up their tattoos on
yeah.
their
Yeah.
wedding day. I see a lot of Instagram reels about like, watch me get my tattoos covered up for my wedding day. Like you like full on sleeves too, like which is not if you're a female and you or anybody, you decide to get a sleeve of tattoo, you didn't just wake up one morning like, I'm gonna get this on my entire arm. You
a
thought
work
about
of
that.
art.
That is a work of art. You paid a lot of money for that.
Lot of money.
It is a part of you. Why are you gonna get it covered up? And why are people so quickly to be like, oh, you need to cover that up, you're the bride? And when a man has tattoos, they don't say that about them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's just
it's so
covered up
dumb.
anyways.
So that just happened because Paris Jackson, you know, Michael Jackson's daughter,
Yes.
covered all her tattoos for one of the awards. I don't know if it was for the
Yeah,
Grammys,
she was
the
doing
Emmys,
it
I
with
don't
like
know.
Cover FX, and
Yeah,
she covered all
all
her
of them. But she did it on her own. Like, if that's what you want to do and you're looking for like a different look and you want to cover your tattoos, great. But you shouldn't be doing it because someone's telling you,
Right.
why are you not covering your tattoos? That's tacky. Because at the end of the day, like, obviously your body is the work
Right.
part that you're.
They're like
just
your
think it's weird.
accessories. It's adding to
Yeah.
the look of the day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's who you are. If you have a problem with someone having their tattoos out on the wedding, maybe you don't like them.
Well, I always try to tell my brides
Judgy,
too,
judgy.
like when you are getting married, you want to feel like you still on your wedding day. You're not trying to
Yes.
be someone else or, try to pick a dress that's totally not you. So I feel like if you are trying to cover up your tattoos, then that means that you are trying to not be who you are. And that goes against, I think, everything I believe in when it
Right.
comes to your wedding day.
Have you ever had a bride come in and say, I want to try to find a dress that covers up my tattoos or that shows off my tattoos?
Yeah. Oh, we've had both.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Interesting, right?
there are some brides who are okay with being completely modest and, like, say they have tattoos that are on, like, their arms. They want a full sleeve dress anyway.
Yeah.
But then there are some brides who come in and they're like, my mom really doesn't want to see these tattoos on my body. And I'm like, literally, fuck her.
Tell her to fucking gorge her. All right, tell her to take a picture knife.
Yeah.
On her body. Thank God it's for her
Well,
body.
sometimes it's almost hard because, like we were talking about earlier, the dress with kind of those cutouts on the side. I had a girl, she had like her whole like side and ribs done. She was like, "Oh my gosh, my tattoo's showing," and I was like, "Is this a
you.
good thing or is this a
Well,
bad
some
thing?"
of them are like, my family doesn't even know I have these tattoos, and I don't want
different.
them to know.
They don't want them to know. I
Which
feel like
goes
that's different.
with also just not getting a dress that has sheer sides then, because there's plenty, or lining your dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So speaking of like comments, so it was that Tic Tac comment, and then I know we've gotten, Gia collected a bunch of comments that we've also gotten on some of the recent dress posts that we've made, right?
Oh, man.
Which
Well,
seem
they're
to be
coming
like,
at us.
people like come at us with those dress posts,
Yeah.
like they really do.
They
There's
feel
a
very
couple of
passionately.
comments that I
Wait.
like really want to talk about.
This one, do not, move on. Do not like side boob for wedding. Please save that look for clubs. Respect for parents and new in-laws. And then someone wrote back to that. That's what I thought at first. Then I read the caption and watched again. It's clipped to make the back tight so the bride-to-be can see what it would look like in her size. The front won't look like the mess it does here.
The thing is that like obviously the first woman that wrote on that, I remember that comment. She did not read the caption or understand anything. She just saw it was Gia clipped in a dress, and she just saw the clip, and she was just like,
All about context,
whatever.
baby.
Obviously our boobs were gonna be hanging out. The dress was clipped that way on
Right.
purpose,
Yeah.
like to show you the back of the dress. Like, and it was like
Right.
8 sizes too big.
I feel like if I showed up down my aisle and I was fully covered, I feel like my mom would be disappointed. She'd be like, "Why aren't you showing off?"
I mean, show
But
off
you
your
mean, like,
assets.
you mean if you show up to the musical theater dinner? murder
Yeah,
mystery
if
show.
I show up wearing,
A little
like
too
Paris
modest.
Hilton, yeah, they'd be confused. They'd be like, "Why aren't we showing off how hot you are?" You know, that's what I would want my
Again,
child to do.
you gotta do you.
Show them how beautiful you are.
We're good. Another. Oh, this is Kim. Kim's back. Kim 961. My personal opinion would be put the girls away, add sleeves as to not accentuate certain areas, and hide the tattoo as it seems to take away the beauty of the dress.
Wait,
Another
was this
bitch.
me again?
Yeah, this is you again.
Wow.
People rip you apart.
And
I'm
this
gonna
last
put-
one I did
not
get a couple.
always. It never used to be like this. Like
It's
every
just
time.
because it's Facebook.
It's Facebook.
Now,
It's
but,
the old, like, it's that old generation
It's an
of
older
Facebook people
generation.
that have nothing
Yeah.
to do. Their husbands are retired and they're probably sitting in the
Yeah.
other room, like, playing on
It
their
used to
phones.
be like
We've always gotten some. Like the one
Yeah.
time the guy's like, "You're gonna die by the time you're 50," and I was like, "All right, dude, whatever." But we've always gotten little ones. Like now
Yeah,
it's
it
because
felt
it's getting
sporadic.
more with the reels going straight to Facebook. It's bringing in an older generation, and then I don't really care though. Like let them say what they will. Be
Yeah,
jealous.
thanks, bitch.
I'm hotter.
Honestly,
don't
I
care.
should start
know
looking
it.
at comments
BDE.
of the other ones that come up on my Facebook, like the reels there. Because I get a lot of these skinny broads on there. And I'm like, you know what? I'd like to take a look at their comments.
Yeah.
Because we even got one on a video of Leigha. And it basically said, "Oh, the top fits her boobs well. Like it doesn't look sleazy or anything." And
Yeah,
I
I
was
saw
like,
that.
"So it looks sleazy when you have actual boobs?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're just you gotta
This.
It's just they're so absurd.
Yeah.
Like it's just ridiculous. Like what am I supposed to do? Like maybe I should just tape my boobs so I don't have
Right.
any.
You know what? If you're one of these twats, why don't you shoot us a DM and come on to the podcast? We'd love to chat with you. This is my
Favorite?
wait. This one's
It's your favorite. Don't lie. It's literally your favorite.
shout out to CLL.55.mank.
I was gonna block out these usernames so that Cassidy
Oh,
would
don't
not
block
say
them
them.
out. Bring it on. She ate the husband and all the guests.
And my response?
Curinne wrote back, and it was a feast fit for a queen. Thank you for your comment. What a stupid bitch.
Translated from Italian.
Listen, what they're saying is to me, I'm just like sitting back. I like laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. And I'm like, that's actually, that was funny. Like, what am I going to do? Sit there and cry? These people are nobody.
I know.
They don't know who, I don't know you. You don't
Yeah.
know me. Like, it's just crazy. You put yourself on display, this is what happens.
Yeah, you're gonna
Yeah.
you'll get both. You'll get some, you'll get some people say that.
Which brings up, though, the thing that we were talking about before, because we were talking about the comment about with Leah's dress. And I was like, the thing is that when we post, like, they're not going to say things like that to Leah or Gia when we post them, because you guys are thinner, you're beautiful girls, blah, blah, blah. But we are plus size, like full-on plus-size girls. And these people are, they don't like fat people. I don't care.
Yeah.
They don't. I'm saying it. They don't like it.
Say it with
they're
your
gonna
chest,
come at
Curinne.
us in a bad way.
Say it with
and
that
you
moon
guys,
tit.
they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you look like you have the cutout. Oh my God, she looks so beautiful." And you do. You look gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
They're not gonna come at you for anything like that because
Yeah.
they're gonna say, "She's a beautiful girl. Look at the wedding dress." If I put that cutout thing, they're gonna be like, "Oh my God, her fat belly is sticking out the bottom." Blah blah blah. God, I can see her. I can see a roll. Put it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Well, it's like a whole bakery over here.
Go fuck yourself.
I got your bakery for you.
None of them. Cover your arms. Maybe a caftan would be best. A caftan.
Maybe I could go home. I have a brand new comforter, like a down comforter at home. I could take it out of the box and just like makeshift myself a wedding dress.
Well, that's like with some of the satin dresses, the jacquard
really-
dresses. They go comforter
Come
couture.
on,
And
It's that time of the day. Our thick and tireds. Gia, we're gonna start with you. What are you thick on, and what are you tired on this week?
Oh, God.
So, you know what? I'm going to start with my tired, truthfully. You may remember, I don't know if it was last episode or 2 episodes prior to this, I did say I was thick on press-on nails. I'm officially tired of them. It's been like a week or so, barely a week. My thumb cracked off. My other thumb almost cracked off. I'm too violent for press-on nails.
Is that what you're wearing right now?
Heck yeah. They look good, but
They
I'm
look good, yeah.
I'm just so I'm a lumberjack. You know what I mean? I can't.
Yeah.
I can't be dainty.
You're the prettiest
What?
lumberjack I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
What am I thick on? You know, recently it's random, but it just came with my lumberjack thought. Man buns. I don't care. I love a man
love a
bun.
man bun?
I'm currently thick
Wow.
on them. I've been dreaming of man bun men
Wow.
just recently. I love a man bun
Justin
man.
hates man bun men.
Because he's an
Why's he
Aussie
hanging out
man.
with Paul then?
Wait, that's true.
Because they're hog
Wait,
men.
he doesn't really.
No,
he doesn't
Paul
have like
has
a.
man bun, dude.
But it's
Yeah,
not
he
like an
has,
aggressive
you
man
pull it-
bun.
No, it's little. I mean, how much hair? He doesn't have all
Like,
hair.
I love a man
But,
bun on a
like,
man you'd
little.
see like on Naked and Afraid.
You just took my thick on, which is really weird that you
Wait,
said that.
what?
Didn't I say that?
And you didn't
Me
know
and my
because we didn't talk
husband,
about
me
this.
and Rob, I swear on everything, every Sunday we'll be at my parents' house and I'll be like, can't wait for Naked and Afraid. And he'd be like, yeah, I can't wait for Naked and Afraid either. And it's so funny because here I am in my house, laying in bed with my cozy pajamas on, eating like pretzel crisps and hummus, drinking on my Diet Coke.
Yum.
And this woman who like is menstruating in the African safari jungle with a lion next to her, be like,
Sounds
I have
like
to
you
tap
right
out.
now.
I'm scared. I'm like, I'm usually like, I turn to Rob. I'm like, this fucking pussy. I'm like, I can't even. And Rob's like, yeah. And like, meanwhile, like we would last even 2 I would. Can you imagine me on that show?
Oh my god.
No.
Guys, let's
No.
go on Naked and Afraid.
I wouldn't even get on the plane to go to the show,
I
so
can't
forget
imagine
it.
you on
Wait.
that show. You'd be fucking chaotic.
Yes. Naked and Afraid of Love. They have a dating show. No, they actually have it. It's real.
Let's go on it.
But
Oh,
that's
I'll
so
go
funny.
on
So
it.
that's
I
my
can't.
thick on. I am so thick
yeah, I
on
can.
Naked and
Screw it.
Afraid. I'm so thick on it. It's a fantastic
Justin-
show. These people are out of their goddamn minds, and it's unbelievable.
That's awesome.
Justin had a patient once who was watching that in the hospital bed, and he goes, "Why they gotta be naked? Why can't they just be afraid?" And that's just like our thing all the time now. Why do they have to be naked?
I mean, I guess because they're like this
We
one
can't
girl.
go on that show anyway.
Why?
Because we're plus size.
Oh, yeah, no, they'd be
They'd be
like-
talking about my tit tattoo even more. Can you imagine?
They would just blur out the
I know.
areolas, not the tit tat.
It would just,
much
wait, I
fun.
can't laugh. I'm gonna ink. It's just gonna be like the moon. That's all it's gonna be. But that shit, I like honestly like it's just so the whole. It's like it starts at 8:00. It's a 2-hour episode, and like it's just unbelievable.
Maybe I have to watch this.
No,
Yeah,
it's so
I was
amazing.
like saying.
And I just found out my mom, who like you would never think this, but her like it's not even a guilty pleasure. It's just like a surprise thing. Like my mom loves The Deadliest Catch.
Paul watches The Deadliest Catch. We watch it all the time.
It is
I just like, Mom,
entertaining.
why do you like this? She goes, I don't know, it's just fascinating to me. Like,
That's
why?
Paul-
It's
yeah,
unbelievable.
I don't get it.
These motherfuckers are.
It is fascinating. I don't know.
But you guys-
I don't watch that religiously, but if it's on, I'm like, wow.
Paul watches it all the
crazy.
time.
No,
and now
it-
we're on somewhere. There's someplace else on some random boat, like in Holland. I don't know what is going
Yeah,
on
I don't know.
anymore.
But anyway, all
it's
right.
like a spin-off of it.
Back to this segment. So I am thick on Naked and Afraid. Everyone's got to get on it. It's on the Discovery Channel starting at 8 p.m. Standard Eastern Time on Sundays. Thank you. Thank you so much. Call me for any promos. Okay.
Plug.
I am tired of my I'm tired of my period. I feel like all our listeners are females. I don't care. It's awful. I bleed so heavily. I came into here today and I'm like, Corinne, I just bled through my pants like a 15-year-old girl. If I could, I would breed sheep in the backyard, shave them and shove their full coats of fur up me because I bleed that heavy. Anyway, so Leah, what are you thick and tired about?
You need an orange box.
No, I'm not using the cardboard tampons.
I don't care what you say. They work the
You
best.
should try a Diva cup.
No,
I want
that
to-
I
Okay.
need a diva.
She won't
thermos.
even use the cardboard. She's gonna use a cup.
I
cups
need a
are
diva.
phenomenal.
I need a diva basin. I wouldn't know, Leah. I bleed like it's very abnormal how much I bleed. Like I have to like right now. I feel like I'm gonna. And if I laugh or sneeze or do any sudden movements, like you know what I mean.
But the cups are huge.
No, I know. No, it doesn't matter.
Me and her had this conversation.
like-
she was totally icked out when I
no,
told
it
her
would
about
have to be a.
I love it. I change it once every
You
12
use them?
hours.
I would
Oh,
have to.
yeah.
No, I would have to.
Been
and
using them
it would
for
be messy
years.
as shit. Like Anyway, maybe
Interesting.
whatever. We'll talk about it. Leah, thick and tired.
Well, I guess I'm thick on my little Chobani Completes.
oh,
It's a nice little breakfast for me. 20 grams protein, you know,
Okay.
when I'm on the go, which I have been lately.
Okay.
Simple, but it's what I'm thick on. And then I'm tired of, is life a valid answer?
Yes.
Oh no.
Every day, yeah.
It's just so overwhelming lately. But no, if I'm gonna give a real tired, I guess cleaning out litter boxes every fucking day. It's fucking tiring. I'm over it.
Yeah.
But I love my cats, so I'll do anything for them.
Yeah, I feel the same way about wiping Scarlett's ass, but you gotta do what you gotta do, you know?
They're your babies. Like, what are you gonna
What are you
do?
gonna do? I can tell the bitch do it herself. All right,
Yeah.
Corinne, thick and tired.
I'm thick on my boobs because everyone seems to be talking about them this week. So if
thick
they're
on 'em,
drawing
too.
attention to them, they must be fabulous. So I'm okay with that. And then what was my tired?
You should start an OnlyFans.
Over-promising. That's what I
Sorry.
was just gonna say.
What?
Sorry.
If my boobs are that good, then maybe I should really think
Seriously,
about
everyone's
an
talking
OnlyFans.
about them.
Yeah.
You might as well make some extra money on it.
I
And I
could
feel
use
like
it.
those strange men in the comments. Are you married? Are you looking for a husband?
Someone does that?
No, but like like every so often they come in or the weird
I'm like,
DMs.
where are
Gee, you
they?
got us excited. Mother of
Yeah,
God.
they come in sometimes.
I was like, hold on a second. Are they
yeah,
hot?
because I feel like that's your audience.
Okay.
It could be. I feel like that probably would be. I mean, I think I could
Money,
get an
baby.
audience, I think, on OnlyFans.
What are you tired on, ho?
Over promising and under delivering. I'm over it this week. I'm done with it.
Okay. Is
I
that
don't
Is it a
even-
wrap, period?
I don't know.
Mic drop?
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, mic drop.
You're thicking about it?
Stop saying things that you can do and then you cannot do. I have a big thing with this. Just be honest and say, I'm not really sure. I don't know. I can't do this. It's easy. They're fucking words that come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Just say it. I'm not sure. And then leave it at that, and then someone will help you.
Say it with your tit tat.
Yeah.
Say it with your chit chat.
Yep.
Yell it from. I don't care. Like I just feel like I'm not that person that's ever gonna say to anybody like this is a fault or you're at like you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not gonna fault anyone for saying I'm not sure. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And I just feel like this week is like never ending, man.
Yeah.
It's just never ending. I don't know. This is just the world, though.
All right. Well,
What are you gonna do, man?
yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Shit happens.
Seems like you're
Way
having a
to
bad
end
week.
on a high note.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
wait, one day on a
I
happy
bounce
note.
back fast.
Happy, joy,
I'm like
joy.
a goddamn rubber ball.
You are like a fucking rubber ball. You really are. I gotta
That's why your
say.
skin's so nice.
I'm
Yeah.
very what's that word? What's the word?
Resilient.
Thank you.
Resilient. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that's the number one trait you need to have to survive a plane crash, and that's my tip of the day.
Yeah, that
I
must
would-
that must
I can
fucking
tell
be
you.
it.
wouldn't
I can
know.
tell you for a fact I wouldn't survive that.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I would not be. I would be done.
I would.
I think I would have a heart attack on the way down and die there.
I
wouldn't even make it to the ground.
If I did make it to the ground, I'm just gonna take a stick and.
All right, this is taking a real fucking dark turn, everybody. Let's end this on a fucking happy note, okay? Jesus Christ.
She started talking about plane crashes.
Plane crashes. I mean, holy shit. All right, everybody.
Well, on that note, ladies.
Well, thanks, everybody. We hope you all have a really beautiful week. Thank you so much for listening. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, everybody, this week. It was a little weird. I mean, I won't be menstruating next week, so I'll be back to my chipper chicken self.
I will be.
This bitch will be. Yeah, somebody will be, because we're all females.
One of four of us.
One of four. That's a wrap. Again, we want to hear from you, so please DM us. Send us an email.
Give us your icks.
Give us your wedding icks, but most importantly, please let us know what you were thick on and what you were tired on in your life, or anything that you're going through that you want us to chat about. We would love to hear from you. And that's a wrap. And until next time, we will
see you next Tuesday.
Let's get it.